What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.
Shut up and sit down.
What's up, Pixies and wee little pixels all? Thank you for joining me. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G here at Two Gun Pixie, your gateway to Legendary Gaming. Now, we drop a video every day of the week, my friends, and please, if you want to support us, if you want to be a member of the Pixie Posse, all you have to do is just subscribe to the channel, my friends, and then, I'd make sure to tickle that notify bell just to make sure that I do get notified of all the daily drops. We do a video every day, noon Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time because I'm here in New York, if you haven't been able to tell by my voice. True, yes. So every day is a different video. And on Tuesdays, we do Tabletop Takeout Tuesdays. And this is where I give you bullet point style reviews as to why myself, our co-founder, Tom Vulo, my wife, or one of the 20-sided warriors may have enjoyed may have enjoyed a game. I can speak. May have enjoyed a game once it has hit the table. So yeah, that's what's going on here with this particular episode on Tuesdays. If you like little bullet point reviews, come on by any Tuesday and you'll be able to see them. Well, you can come by any day. I mean, they stay up in the feed. It's not like you can only watch it on Tuesday. Don't get the wrong idea. That'd be stupid. All right, so this game right here is a game that has given a ton of fun. Whenever I've thrown it down to the table, even with new players, there's always been tons of laughs had at this game. And that's because it was written specifically to be a tongue-in-cheek style, hilariously written game. And I don't know, why am I building this up? You've already seen the thumbnail. It's not a surprise. So I'm talking about epic spell battles of the Battle Wizards. Duel at Mount Skullzfyre. That is a hell of a mouthful. You know how many times I screw that name up. I always want to say epic spell wizard battles or something. I always get it. It's so many words in that title. But it's fitting. So this, it definitely is. This game is a very fast-paced, humorous, almost juvenilely humorous combat fantasy card game that's going to pitch two or more wizards up against each other in a magical, arcane, gladiatorial battle that is going to be pretty damn bloody, but in the funniest damn way you can imagine. So there's a strategic system that this game uses that myself and everyone else has really come to enjoy. It's a 3-card system. Well, a up to a 3-card system where you're building your spells. It's not like you're just drawing a spell from your hand and casting it at your enemies. You're building, constructing each spell. And you're doing that by taking at least 3 different components, a beginning, a middle, and an end, basically, and putting them together for a unique spell. And they all have very funny names that will string together in ways that are probably going to make you chuckle a little bit. And these unique spells are then what you use to attack your opponent or opponents. Sometimes they attack multiple people. And this is really fast. I played a game once. I think there was 5 of us at the table, and my initiative was 5. I died before the first round. But this game, see, you're thinking to yourself, oh, John, well, elimination games kind of suck. Yeah, they kind of do. But let me just point out 2 things. One, a round in this game doesn't last more than 10 minutes. 5 sometimes. And second of all, there's this unique system they use for dead wizards. So every wizard that dies in the combat will get a bonus card for the next round. That will give them some leg up, something to start with that you normally don't start with. And the wizard that won the previous round of combat doesn't start with anything. It's a really good system. Because it plays so fast, and this system is giving you benefits, basically, for losing the previous game, it keeps this game going very fast-paced. And in a way that there's always going to be comeuppance for the player that won last. They do a really good job at that. The art. Well, there's been a lot said about this art over the years, hit and miss. There's not much of a gray area that I've found concerning this art. I love it. I think this art is thematically perfect for the world system that was created by Cryptozoic Entertainment for this game. If you're familiar with things like Adventure Time or Super Prison, that's basically the art style, the direction that they went with for here. And like I said, it works perfectly. It's a perfect pairing between what this game is and what it's supposed to look like. It brings it together great. I'm glad they didn't go with any other art style than this. It wouldn't have brought the game to life as much. Now, the humor in the game is definitely middle school style humor, especially maybe more middle school 80s, 90s. I think when kids had a little bit more of an edge to them, at least verbally, it reminds me of that. It borders on adult. It's not, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying you got to be 21 or even 18 to play this. I think the game is listed for 14, I think. But it has a feel. Some of this humor does have a feel that it borders on almost being a not safe for work edition of itself. Which, now that I think about it, why don't they just go that extra step and just come out with a not safe for work edition expansion? It's not going to take very much to cross that line. They're already standing toe at the line. But it works perfectly. It gives the game a very distinct personality, and I love the personality it gives it. There's a bit of a take that. In fact, there's a lot of a take that feel to this game. This is a take that game, but it really does it in a way that's not just pick up sword, swing sword down on your opponent. It does it a much more clever way with a lot more strategy. You know, you have a hand of cards and you got to pick 3 of them. It doesn't necessarily mean the 3 best. Maybe you want one. Maybe you have a better hand to make, but you want a faster hand, so you're going to play one that has a faster initiative. That can be just about as important as dealing major damage, being the first one out of the gate, so to speak. So with that added little bit of strategy to it as well, it takes the basics of the take that game and just makes it a little bit more than what you find in other take that games like Munchkin. This is another level of strategy and thinking, and because of that, I think another level of fun. This game is going to be good for families. Again, obviously, maybe not your younger children, but they're your children. You know them. I don't. You make that judgment call. Look at the cards, see how they string together for their juvenile humor, and then decide if it's okay. But I could see myself in my group of gang, you know, when we were kids hanging out playing this. We were like 8, 9 years old. I could definitely see that for us, but that was a different time period, different people. I understand that. You know your kids, you make the decision. But I feel like this could be a fun family game because of the juvenile humor and the take that aspect of it. I think kids would shine battling their parents in this game. But it may also be a gateway game because of the level of fun it is and how easy it is. I never thought of it that way. I've never heard of it explained that way, but it could possibly fill that gap of being a gateway game. But there's a lot in the series. At this point, I think there's 6 or 7 out. And then there's side things that are part of the world that aren't part of the direct line. So if you like it, there's plenty of room that you're going to keep growing with it. But have you played any of the epic spell battle games? If so, put in the comments. Let us know which one you've played and which one is your favorite. Who's your favorite character to play? Mine is Fu King. I love playing Fu King because everybody loves Fu King. All right, again, juvenile humor. Thank you very much for checking this out, and let us know what you think of epic spell battles of the battle wizards at Mount Skullzfyre.